Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
So let's do this in battle mode. You can just ignore it.
Okay.
Um, but I had no idea. I've been covering Gypsy for a while, but really only after her release from prison,
Yeah.
because I was more fascinating and bothered by her all of a sudden becoming like a Kardashian overnight. But you've been
Yeah.
covering her before the prison release?
Yes. Yeah. I've been covering her since 2018.
And you had drama with her or her family or something?
Yes, I did.
What I don't know any of this. What fill me in?
Well, you and I follow each other on Instagram, and we both cover the Baldoni stuff, lively stuff together.
Well, I
So
follow
we,
you here too. I was following you
yeah.
here.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you know my backstory, but like I have a child with autism. And he also has medical issues. And so back in 2018 or something, I was doing a lot of coverage of cases of Munchausen's by proxy because there was like moms in my Facebook groups that kept getting arrested for like doing stuff to their kids. And Gypsy's case was like at that point well known. Nicholas hadn't gone to trial yet. So I would cover it here and there. And then at the time, the prevailing narrative was what was out for Mommy Dead and Dearest. So it was that, Gypsy was the victim of
Abused.
her, yeah, of her mom. And so Christy Blanchard actually reached out to me.
Because
And
by that in 2018 you were already making content.
yeah, but I was very small. Like that's the thing is they love small creators. It was before I really blew up. And so yeah, she like befriended me and like they didn't know anything really about Gypsy's medical history. She didn't know how to read medical records.
The
They
stepmother.
really just yeah, the stepmother. The one that was making all these ridiculous claims against Dee Dee knew nothing really and was just relying on other people to tell her.
Like Gypsy, probably.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then initially you believed what was
Yeah, I
this.
mean, so I was like around when Gypsy was incarcerated. So like this was before Gypsy was with Ken. There was like she and Ken got together, then Ken got introduced in a Facebook group and there was like a whole drama around that.
Were you part of her Facebook group back then?
No, but Christy was super active in it, but I just heard about it. So I was like the creator, like they've always been looking for someone like a Brie, but I'm not a very confrontational person.
So they were
I'm like,
trying to recruit you to be like a spokesperson for Gypsy?
yeah, like a creator to like support them basically. And I just sort of stayed in the background and I like would, if there was some news or something that they needed me to put out on a platform, they would give me statements and stuff like that. And then they just sort of like, Christy's really good at love bombing. And so she'll just like make you feel like you're part of her family. And they spin you these wild tales about how evil Gypsy, Dee Dee is, right? And they completely negate anything that Gypsy's done. And they also are never honest about who Rod Blanchard is, ever.
That's her father?
Yes.
What do you mean? What about him?
So Rod was a deadbeat dad, right? So his big thing is I paid child support, but that's not actually true. So when she was born in 1991, he had gotten another woman pregnant named Jill. And so
So
he had
Gypsy has a sister?
named Nicolette.
They're around the same age?
Yeah, 6 months apart.
Oh.
And Jill was 16.
And you said he was a deadbeat dad to Gypsy? Was he not for the sister?
Both.
For both?
Yeah, Nicolette ended up getting adopted by her stepdad. So he
And that
ultimately gave up
and
rights.
how old wait, and so the girl was how old, the mother?
Jill was 16
And
when she got pregnant.
how old was Rod?
18?
I mean, I guess technically that's probably still illegal, but
Yeah, but he was married. to Dee Dee when he got Jill pregnant.
Oh, messy.
And Rod was also on Rugs.
He was?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you know this?
He talks about it.
He does?
Mm-hmm. Christy told me too. Christy told me that he was on Rugs. Like he had a very active snow. He really liked the snow.
Thank your peeps. Let me thank some people. Hold on. Thank you so much. Laura, KW Dane, Melissa Watson, Corn Pop Popcorn, Melissa Lovett, AC Designs Gallery, Sylvana's, Celetta, Kaylee, I am the TikTok Hannah, and Steffi. I follow anybody that sends 1,000 or more. I'll follow you as soon as I'm done chatting with Katie, okay?
Thank you, Price, the PR guy, and get Good Wives Club, Nan. Yeah, okay.
So at what point did your relationship with the Blanchards sour?
So I was around like a lot more they ended up signing this contract with
Fancy?
like Lifetime. No, it was so I showed up kind of right as Fancy's relationship with the Blanchards was like falling apart. And they were pitting me against Fancy. They were telling me all this crap about Fancy, like, don't listen to her. She's a liar. And Fancy reached out to me and she was like, I don't think you understand this case. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? And she was like, Christy is worse than Dee Dee. And I was like, you're crazy. You're crazy, right? So for a long time, I was drinking the Fancy is crazy Kool-Aid. And they were like completely pitting us against each other.
Where is this?
Huh?
What year is this?
2019.
Okay.
And so
this was about a year. By this point you had been friendly with the Blanchards for a year.
Yeah. And then at this time Gypsy's involved with Ken, but then Ken and Gypsy split up.
Why did you say that in the Facebook community they were not supportive of Ken, or what was the drama with Ken originally?
Oh, so Ken has a history of drug use.
Are they all rug addicts? What the hell?
Yes.
Christy too?
I don't know about Christy, but Christy loves she has migraines. Okay? Wow. And she likes to take some pills and she pops a bottle of wine and pops a Xanny and so, yeah, and Christy slurs on the phone a lot. And so when Christy's on meds, she's on perks. Yeah. So when she's on perks, she will like literally tell you everything that you don't want to know. And she
she allegedly leaked pictures of her granddaughter-in-law recently, right?
Yeah. So my falling out with them had to do with like leading up to them getting out. They were like, my big concern with them was I knew the book was coming out. I knew the contents of what the book was about. They talked to me about how she was going to accuse her grandfather and having gone through lawsuit.
Accuse her grandfather of what?
SA.
But why, did that happen or did that not happen?
It didn't happen.
But did she accuse her grandfather?
She did in the book. Mm-hmm. And they told me that she remembered this when she was working on questions for the book. So basically with the book, they needed new dirt, but her story had been told so many times before. So they didn't have new information. And so suddenly while Gypsy's coming up with the new book, suddenly new stories are alleged about her grandfather.
Dee Dee's father.
Yes, but that's not even Dee Dee's dad.
No?
Oh, you don't know? Oh, God.
No, I don't know anything.
So Claude is not Dee Dee's father. He's actually, so Claude and Emma cheated on each other all the time.
Emma's Dee Dee's mother?
Mom. Mm-hmm.
Wait,
so I used to talk to her sister, right? I used to talk to Claudia. And Claudia is Dee Dee's sister. So Claudia told me that Dee Dee's dad was a jazz musician in New Orleans. That
Pause. Sorry.
Emma had an.
I had a thought I don't want to forget. You said that Gypsy has that half sister that's around her age.
Yep.
Do you have any other siblings?
Dylan and Mia.
Wait, she's got 2 more siblings?
That's Christian. Yeah, on her dad's side. But there's probably like 4 other illegitimate children for Rod somewhere.
That's speculation or that we know?
This is like the rumors, because this is the bayou. Like, you have to understand, these guys, they go out and they work on the oil fields and the rigs out offshore, and they're gone for months at a time. And the wives are at home. And so the wives and the husbands all cheat on each other. And so there's
too?
Oh yeah, Christy and Rod cheat on each other all the time.
They've talked about this?
Oh yeah, it's in the prison emails.
Wow.
So Claude isn't Dee Dee's dad. I lost, sorry. And so Claude isn't Dee Dee's dad. Her dad died.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. So her dad died, and so apparently they spoiled Dee Dee all because of that. And Dee Dee was very close to her mom. And yeah. Oh, and Claude also fathered a child with his son's wife. So Grandpa Claude had sex with Claude Jr.'s wife.
His real son.
Yeah, his real son's wife.
Really?
Yeah, so you know the guy that's on the tattoo guy? You know the guy that's on Gypsy's Life After Lockup, her cousins, that has the tattoo shop?
I never even watched that show.
Oh, Bobby
Okay.
Petrie is actually Claude's son, but he was the cousin on the series.
This is confirmed.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's like so much in this world is crazy.
Do you know when did Gypsy's probation end?
In June.
So not that long ago.
No.
Because part of me thinks, I'm sure you heard that her friend Bree got arrested, right?
Oh, yes.
Part of me thinks Gypsy might have a hug problem herself, you know?
Of course she does.
Still?
Of course she does. Why do you think she shaved her head? She and Ken got reported to CPS this summer.
They did?
Yes.
For what?
I think it had to do, people were suspicious that Ken was using, because Ken is an addict. He's struggled on and off for years.
Wow.
And so they believed that he was relapsed. So they got reported, and then not long after they were reported, Ken shaved off all of his hair. And Ken loves snow, okay? And they shaved off all their hair, and then Gypsy suddenly shaved hers. And
But she's
Bree,
not under probation anymore, so she's not. She can't be randomly. Although if they did a child protective services investigation, I'm not too familiar with that. But does that come with testing of a parent for substances?
their case was closed, but she's already high risk, so because of her crime, there's so many eyes on her that it's really dumb that she's doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know that there's like rules right now, but like the fact that like she's exposing her child to people like Bree, and like the birthday party, I'm not really speculating because Bree was caught with rugs. That's not speculation. It's not speculation that Ken is an addict. He's said as much. Gypsy's, oh yeah, and Gypsy has too. They claim that he is clean, and Gypsy is also an addict who she claims is clean. But neither, like Gypsy's never had rehab or any therapy for it. And she certainly acts like one, but I don't know. But she surrounds herself with people that use. And then this part of Louisiana, a lot of people, there's lots of rugs down there.
Intense. Wait, so why did I think I got tripped up in that part.
It was clearly about the money, that Melissa Moore told her that there was money to get, there was a bag to get, and there was like, I think she said, Melissa Moore said that there was $2 million to get, and I'm going to go get my bag.
Let me thank some people. Hold on, sorry. Thank you so much to Laura Dufan. Hello, Anna, Melissa, Diane, Monique, Corn Pop, Kimberly, A, and Sarah. Here's what I don't understand, and I've not understood it for a while. I thought that there were these laws that did not allow a schmurderer to profit from that kind of crime.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be, like, the state of Missouri doesn't have the Son of Sam law, but the state of Louisiana does. So the state of Louisiana has a crime. It's a law called crimes from profiting off of it, with the money supposedly being available to the victims' families. In Missouri, if they were going to do something like that, the Petries would have had to sue her for wrongful death in Missouri. And because her crime happened in Missouri, the Louisiana laws don't.
There should
apply.
Be a federal law.
I know. Like. I agree. So when all of that started happening, it was just like such a mess. And then I actively watched Christy interfere in Ryan and Gypsy's marriage. I witnessed how she completely orchestrated that entire fallout. Christy was.
Would you say you're Team Ryan?
I think Ryan was the only one in the room of that crew that actually had her best intentions at heart.
When was the last time you spoke to any of them?
It's been since, well, they follow me and they report me all the time. But it's been like over a year and a half, but I still have so many connections within it. I still get like scoops from people because I know all of the people involved. But yeah, I mean, like my end point was like watching what she did with the Ryan situation. She was mad at Ryan because Ryan had her in therapy in Lake Charles, and the therapist in Lake Charles told Gypsy that Christy was toxic and only there for money.
Did Christy get with Gypsy's father after, how long have they been together? Christy and Rod?
They've been together they've been married since 1999. They actually got, yeah, so they got married when Rod was facing aggravated assault charges, and he was facing facing like 8 years in prison.
Who did he assault?
I don't know. But he really did have a rug problem, and he really did have a violence problem, and he really didn't pay child support, and Dee Dee really did have to go to get him to pay. And a lot of Dee Dee's scamming started when Rod wasn't paying child support.
Hold on, y'all. I will go live with Ashley next. Tell her that tell Ashley I'll request her when I'm done right now with Katie. Okay. Thank you.
So I know
Here's
I'm blowing your
here's my
mind. I know.
last question. Not that you would know, but maybe you do know. The Lifetime show is not coming back,
No.
but my expert guess, I don't have any inside information, is she probably didn't make that much money from the Lifetime show. Do you think she, at this point in her life, from everything she's done since being released a couple of years ago, does she have enough money saved to never work
No.
again?
No. They're broke.
They're broke?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was paid $150,000 per season on the Lifetime, but that was split with Ryan because the contract was signed when she was married. And then yeah, there was two ghostwriters, her, a book literary agent, and the publisher. So she didn't make very much on the book. I think she ended up getting like 20 grand on the book, maybe. Yeah, like they blew through the money so fast. Ryan was gambling and Gypsy was spending
Wait. That's the first time. Wait. What? Ryan was gambling?
oh yeah, oh yeah. He's a huge gambler.
He's talked about this?
Yeah, it's like well known. Gypsy publicly accused him. You haven't been around. You're not in the streets, man.
I'm not in the streets. Oh my God. He used
Yeah,
to go live at the casino?
no, he would do online gambling
Oh, okay.
and
Wow.
sports betting, and like he blew through so much money. She blew through a ton of money too. So yeah, like basically they don't have money. I think someone was saying she might be in like Section 8 housing right now.
No. Really?
Yeah, they're not in the same house that they were before. They're in an apartment. And they spend so fast. That's why she goes live so much on TikTok. And Ken works as a waiter. And Gypsy says her job is to be a stay-at-home mom. That's like, oh, and then she purposely got pregnant. That was another point for me where I was like, I'm done with them because she went off her birth control and she didn't tell Ken that she was off her birth control. And that was like a whole fight behind the scenes. And I had to like pretend like I didn't know that publicly.
Wow. Hold on. Let me tell some people. Hold on. Thank you so much to Laura, Shime, Dufan, Vanity, Queen Bee, Karen, Corn Pop, Popcorn, AC Designs Gallery, Sylvanas, and the Who of Whoville.
So I guess Ken works for Rod now, whatever. But yeah, so they're just not. He wouldn't make very much money working for Rod because Rod, when you get on the ships, Rod works offshore. So if you work on the ships and you don't have captain's license and you're just like a line person, you're not making a ton of money. And they're gone for like Rod is gone for like 2 months at a time, and then he's home for like 28 days, and then he's drunk the whole time he's back. Oh, someone just said Boston said he doesn't work with Rod. I don't know. That's what someone said. But anyway, right before I stopped talking to them, Gypsy and Ken were about to break up because Gypsy said that Ken was too immature to be a father, and she dug through his phone. She dug through his phone and found like 5 pictures of his ex in his phone. And then they had
She purposely got off her birth control. How does that make sense?
I know. She purposely got off her birth control. She told him she was on birth control, and then she got pregnant. Then she wanted to break up with him right after she announced the pregnancy. And like Christy had to sit them down, and then Gypsy was like constantly getting into fights online, starting fires all the time. They cannot stand her behind the scenes. Like they think she's a sociopath. And so my last call with Christy was like high. She was slurring her words, and she told me that she had chased Gypsy into a shed and hit her over the top of the head.
This is
because
within the last 12 months?
in July of 24. So she said that Gypsy had hired Red Banyan for PR, for like crisis PR, and she had hired Mike Stanfield, her public defender, to be her manager. And Christy, that it was going to be $12,500 a month, and Christy was like, "We can't afford that. You can't afford that." And so she was flipping out about how much money Gypsy was spending. So she chased her and she knocked her upside the head. She told me, and I was like, "You literally just like are telling me you assaulted Gypsy for spending money, and she's pregnant?"
Wow, this family.
2 separate times. And I was like, I said, "Christy, you're telling me that you claim this girl's an abused child and you're chasing her? And you're just like chasing her and gonna."
They're on good terms now. Christy and Gypsy and everybody.
For pictures. None of they like Christy talks so much crap about Gypsy. She contacts creators all the time and just she would literally call me on the phone and would talk shit about her for 4 hours. She was like, she's not fit to be a mother. CPS is going to be involved. I'll probably end up with that baby. Like, she's lazy. She won't do anything. They fight all the time. Her brother Dylan can't stand her. Mia can't stand her.
How old is Dylan and Mia? How old are they?
Dylan is 3 years younger than Gypsy. He was born in 94 and 95. So 3 or 4.
Pretty close in age. Wow. What does he do for work? Do you know?
Be 30, 31? Yeah.
What does Dylan do for work? Do you know?
Dylan, I don't know.
And Mia?
He stays so. Mia's a nurse.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
and like
good.
yeah, like Mia and Dylan are like, they think that their mom is crazy and that she's basically sold out Gypsy for profit. And that was another thing. The last conversation was Christy saying that Mia and Dylan had confronted her about how she treats Gypsy basically like a friend, and like they were calling her like acting like she was treating her like a meal ticket, right? And saying like, you say that Dee Dee was doing this to Gypsy, but you're doing it too. And so how are you any different than Dee Dee if, you know?
Her own biological daughter said this?
Yeah, yeah.
On the show or in real life?
No. Like, that's what Christy said that they got into a fight about.
Christy told you that her daughter told her that?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, her son wants nothing to do with this. That's why you never see pictures of him ever. He doesn't want his photograph associated with Gypsy in any way. He thinks that his entire family is crazy.
I mean,
and they think like they want their family back the way it was before Gypsy like completely annihilated and destroyed everything. And Gypsy loves to create drama, so she likes to triangulate people. So she tries to get like Mia and she competes with Mia for everything. And she tries to get Christy and Mia into fights all the time. She's like a straight sociopath.
wow. I need to drink some water.
I know, Perez, I have so many stories.
Well, we'll have to talk again. I don't think you don't really go live on here that often, or do you?
Not a ton, but I've been with the new videos coming back out. Like I go into retirement with Gypsies just because like they've been so awful to me. Like they've publicly accused me of having Munchausen's by proxy, and they claim that I abuse my son and that I'm a drug addict, and like basically what Bree claims everyone does to her is what Bree and Christy and them do to everyone else. So I take like breaks because they're always reporting me. They're always like, they'll start stalking me again. I'll start getting like phone calls that from numbers that I don't know.
Does
They're
that
nuts.
Christy? Does she have a job, Christy? I mean, if people are not working, then drama is addictive, you know, and like
Well,
it's another rug, and like
yeah, and I mean, so the wives that are on the shore when their husbands are gone, they're bored, and she doesn't have to cook or clean because Rod's gone. So she just shit stirs. Yes, Bree really did get arrested, and there's been all kinds of conflicting stories about what the rugs were and who they belonged to, and all I know is Boston, who's in my comments down here, she used to be friends with Bree, and she told me that the only person that drives Bree's car other than Bree is her sister. And so her sister has kids and doesn't do that kind of stuff. And so Boston was like kind of pissed today and was like, dude, Bree, you're really going to like imply that it was your sister who has kids?
no, I saw a video. Bree said that she would lend her car to a lot of people.
Only her sister drives her piece of crap car, apparently. The car is illegal. It doesn't have license plates. It has no registration. It doesn't have like insurance. And she's got kids. And so Boston was all pissed off in my comments today on YouTube. And she's just like, she's going to set like, her sister up for that, possibly like get her sister in trouble with CPS. Like, yeah.
Wow. Well, this has been my brain is spinning, Katie. Thank you.
Like there's like Fancy and I have been in it for so long. It's amazing to see like newer people cover the story. But there's so much misinformation, even with just because Gypsy and them, they lie so much. And they do a lot of stuff on social media to deflect. I watched you actually call her out for that. And you were saying that she was flooding the zone. And that's exactly what she does. You're dead on with that. So anytime she's in a rut or something, she pretends like she breaks up with Ken. She'll unfollow him. She'll make it seem like they're having problems. She'll start vague posting because she wants people to not talk about what's happening.
Cunning, clever.
And now she's posting pictures of her daughter after saying she wouldn't to deflect. Gypsy would not ever, I don't think, well, Gypsy's super arrogant, so she might talk to you, but she's the kind of person that will only go where she gets softball questions. Like, you don't get to push back on her narrative. You don't get to, like, say, well, you said this here, and now you're saying this here.
Well, I'll be back on tomorrow night. Maybe I'll see you then, okay?
Yeah, it was fun talking to you.
You too. Come back tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk then.
Bye,
Bye.
bestie.
All right. I would go live.